I was originally going to start this off by giving some snarky comment about how, of all things to be scared of, you're going to be scared of parking lots, really. But the more I thought about it, every time in my life that my blood pressure is at an all-time high is probably when I'm trying to get to my car on a late night. This game is Parking Lot. Oh wait, The Parking Lot. And it takes place in a parking lot. Yes, sir, it's been a 1-year wait from the last episode. Good to see we've kept that groundbreaking commentary. The game throws us onto the roof of one of those massive parking garage buildings and tells us to press the K key to sound off our car's alarm and go find it. Well, I stretch my finger across the keyboard and click it until I see a faint little flashing off in the distance. Well, it's no 350Z, but it gets me from point A to point B. What the? The car's not letting me in. Oh right, I remember. I actually don't drive a piece of shit. I approach this car and press the key again, but the ringing of the alarm sounds off across the parking lot. Again. Oh, I get it. It's a horror game because the big twist is that I drive a Tesla, isn't it? Elon, I'm sorry, I take it back. All the lights shut off and this unsettling ambience starts playing. Wait, did I even park up here? Why am I up here in the first place? Oh, holy f***, I got it. What is that? I start making my way towards the breaker room at a leisurely pace, away from this big gray goo creature, and flip the power back on in an attempt to use the elevator across the parking lot from—
Get out of my car now!
As I run towards the elevator, every single car in my way backs up or drives forward, and it's really cool actually. Though because things can't be easy, I walk up to the elevator and the doors don't open. Well, that sucks. Looks like I gotta find a different way to— Oh, holy f***. Alright, I know this guy just tried to kill me, but I at least gotta see if he's okay, or— And this is why you don't help strangers. I guess I touched the tip of a kill barrier or something, because when I walked around to the passenger side, my character just falls over and dies. Guess I gotta start over. Okay. I boot the game back up, walk from car to car again, get chased around by that Play-Doh demon, but instead of checking on the driver, I guess, I'm just gonna be an asshole and run away. Pfft. Yeah, whatever's fine, I guess. I come across this little walkway and enter a very empty level of this building, except for that. Is that what I think it is? Better lube myself up. Okay, but seriously, what is it with these games and ending with Shadow Demon gangbangs? This is like, what, the third time? Well, that was the parking lot, I guess. I'm pretty sure it was, anyway. Not really a huge fan, to be honest. It wasn't scary, it wasn't necessarily engaging. The gameplay wasn't really fun. There's not really much I can say. There's nothing I can say about it. Move on to the next game. This next game is called Under the Next Door, and wait, that font, that loading bar, that objective at the top left of the screen, this is the same motherfucker that made the parking lot. Listen, man, you fumbled the bag on the last one, okay? You fumbled it hard. I've seen car wrecks with more precision than that, so this is it. This is it, man. This is your chance to prove to me that you can make something good. You won't win anything. You won't get any exposure, you won't even get a like on the trailer for this, but what you will get is the opinion of some asshole with a shitty game review channel. The game starts off with us arriving at a motel in the middle of literally nowhere. I walk up to the front counter, ring a bell over and over again, and watch as this little key hovers to me from behind a closed counter. I make my way to my room and flip a light on, and bam. Now this is what I call comfy living. Or at least I thought so, but our bitchy protagonist wants to go complain to the reception desk about how filthy and disgusting the bed is. Dude, you're just complaining about nothing. Come on, look at it. It's perfectly functional. Week old cum stains and used heroin needles never hurt nobody. I go to the reception desk again, ring the bell, but get no response. Alright, well, I guess I gotta be the receptionist myself now because there's nobody here. Well, would you look at that? I've even got a nice little work area. Okay, I'm moving up in the world. The monsters got everyone. I don't know where they come from, but I've seen some weird tunnels. I think they take everything there, even people. Be careful.
Leave now, stay away from the tunnels.
Okay, dude, chill the fuck out. I'm not gonna go anywhere near the tunnels. I grab the flashlight lying on the desk and immediately set out towards the tunnels. Okay, well, actually, I go back to my room to get my car keys that were in my backpack so I can leave like a complete but uh-oh, backpack is not there. I spend the next few minutes looking around the motel room for my keys and can't find them, like, anywhere. Okay, no, seriously, I can't what the fuck? You know, it's funny how I needed to pick up this flashlight, but the rooms are pretty well lit, so I don't really even need it. Hello, keys? Where are you, baby? Come out, little keys. For the next hour, the gameplay is just going through grate after grate into room after room, and before you ask, just open the front door. They're somehow locked from the inside, so I can't. Finally, I rip this grate clean off of the wall and find a massive slope pointing down at the ground. Interesting. You know, you could say it looks like a tunnel of some sort, but I don't really see why that would be of any concern. Exploring this underground Pac-Man maze doesn't really get me anywhere, and I'm losing my patience. Where are my fucking keys? Oh shit, my backpack. What would you looky there? That note said to stay away from the tunnels? Pfft. How would I have found my keys if I didn't go into this tunnel, idiot? Holy fucking— Ew! Ew!
What the f is that?
Oh, God, I don't like this. Oh, f***, I see the exit. I gotta get out of here, fuck. The split second I pick up the keys, this fucking meat monster starts sprinting towards me, and the noise from the Duke's Archives and Dark Souls starts playing as I run towards the exit. Oh, thank God, I'm almost there. Oh, fuck. What? I can't even move. What? What the fuck was that? Is it mauling me to death or caressing me gently and kissing me? Do you guys hear that? Do you guys hear that? Oh, that was only ending 1, huh? Okay, well, in that case, I think I'll keep playing. I will say that right off the bat, this is so much better than the last game. There's actually a thing with a shape running after me, and there seems to be a lot more to do than running from car to car, but there's still a lot that I didn't like about the parking lot that's still here. The gameplay is really repetitive and unengaging. Getting a different ending requires you to replay all of the said repetitive and unengaging gameplay all over again, and the thing chasing me down really isn't that scary. It's just like a meat demon that makes tunnels instead of some actual demon or some shadow creature. I don't know, man. It's the difference between something like Parasite and Tremors. Much better than the last one, but still not really anything to write home about. One of my favorite video game and movie genres ever is like sci-fi horror. Sunshine, parts of Halo. I haven't played Dead Space yet, but something tells me I'm really gonna like it. And it looks like Recursion is gonna be just that, some type of sci-fi horror, so I've got a good feeling about this one. We wake up in some tunnel on what I'm assuming is a spaceship of some sort. I figured we were like maintenance or something, or like this is a ship we were supposed to be on but something happened, but the first question from our protagonist is, where am I? Which is great. Really good for a setting like this one. Well, there's not really much I can do besides walk forward, so that's what I do. I walk forward. I walk from Sector 1 to Sector 2. I walk from Sector 3 to Sector 4. I walk from Sector 5 to Sector 6, then to Sector 7 and Sector 8. And Sector 9, and Sector 10, and Sector 11, 12, and 13, and Sector 14, 15. I'm not kidding, that's basically the majority of, if not the entirety of the gameplay in this game. You could even argue to me that this isn't even sci-fi, but just some underground chemical facility, which maybe I'm just autistic and didn't know that it actually is that, but still, holy f*** is this gameplay boring. Like, I understand that repetition can be there for a reason, so when the big scary thing comes, it feels more out of the ordinary, but when that big scary thing does come, it better make me fucking shit myself to make up for the lack of gameplay. Finally, we come into a room and find a dead body on the ground, and then the character says the F word, which made me giggle. At some point, we pick up a gun and the character keeps talking about some kind of parasite that he somehow knows about that's somehow controlling that body we saw earlier, and now it's chasing after us. I keep running and running all the way to like room 80 or some fucking shit, and then the thing growls behind me. Hey guys, let's play a little game called Is the Scare at the End of the Game Worth the Hyper Mundanity of the gameplay itself? Your choices are A. No, it's A. The answer is A. It was not worth it. Oh, this motherfucker is booking it. I keep having to put some distance between me and this stupid fuck just to turn around, fire off a few rounds, then rinse, repeat. Just for him to back me into a wall and raw dog me, and I just respawn? Well, thank fucking God I don't have to start from the very beginning. This is still annoying as fuck though, don't get me wrong. He runs so fucking fast and you could only ever get a shot in or two before having to turn around and start running for 2 years. It's like the boss fights in Metal Gear Solid. They're not hard in the slightest, it's just that you have to spend so much fucking time doing the exact same thing over and over again, so the chance that you make an error or a slip up is much more likely. I died like 4 or 5 times, so I finally figured that maybe running for a mile just to turn around and maybe hit one single pot shot isn't a good strategy, so this time I pick up the gun, turn around almost immediately, and I just start fucking hammering this guy, and it works. Okay. After that, the game actually gets pretty amazing. Like, you get into a spaceship and fly to Earth, and there's like a plot twist that the parasite was inside of you all along. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. You keep walking until you hit like room 100, then the door locks and the screen goes black, and then it tells you the name of the game. Yes. Yes. What is up with these games today? I've played like, what, 3 of them, and all 3 of them are just extremely repetitive and don't really pay off at all. That was it, I guess. Skinned Alive? Yeah, I kinda wish. Skinned Alive is a game that starts off with the PewDiePie font. Great start. The game starts us off with driving down a road on a rainy night just to be stopped by some guy standing in front of a broken down car. We try to help him out. Rookie mistake. And the second we turn around, he goes fucking Solid Snake on us, and next thing we know, we wake up in R. Kelly's basement. Well, at least he gave me this ball clacker thing to entertain myself. I look around the room for a minute, trying to, you know, find a way to get out of here, then I just effortlessly rip this grate out of the wall and begin on my journey through the vents to get out of here. Yeah. Now I'm Solid Snake now, motherfucker. I fall out of the vents and break my fucking ankles, then I come across a red room with some dude chilling in it, which is nice. Yeah, man, that's like really nice. That's like really cool. And as I approach him, what's up, lady? You know, you're looking fine. You're looking fine today. As a matter of fact, you're looking so fine. It's you know, you're looking like you got a mighty fine head on those shoulders. Oh, fuck. There's a Bible with a key in it, there's a pentagram on the floor, and a bunch of shelves, and a chest full of body parts. I just couldn't feel more at home. After unlocking a rusty door and walking past a suspiciously empty wheelchair, we now arrive in this room with an altar and barred doorways on all sides. The door on my left and the door in front of me are both unlocked, but when I walk through the door on the left, it just spits me back out into the same room. That's kind of cool, actually. I mean, I'm not a programmer, so it's probably not even that advanced of a thing to do, but it never fails to impress me. Now we're in a hallway with several locked doors, and that's fun and all, but man, every single one of these doors are locked. Why even bother at this point? Who the hell makes an underground fortress where you can't even get into the rooms you made? Like, come on, dude. Oh, well, here's a rusty shit-plastered toilet. That's kind of cool, at least. Holy fuck.
Pull off your skin.
Man, this used to be all fun and games, but I'm starting to think I'm in trouble. I have no choice but to open up this door, and instead of booking it out of here like a normal fucking human being at the speed of light, I decided the best course of action is to just try and open all these doors that I've already established are locked. We get back to the altar room, and the door that was on the right, you know, the only one that was locked, was now unlocked, and it leads to a staircase to another door that's locked. Well, gape my anus and fuck me silly. What a predicament I found myself in. Guess I'll go back to the altar room unless it's locked. Well, looks like we gotta go down, fellas, and I'm not talking about on your mom, though instead of bringing me to a powerful, mind-numbing orgasm, this just brings me to a dirty-ass room with 2 locked doors. Guess I'll turn around and go back. Again. Well, fuck. The cycle of turning around and thing change behind me continues for a minute longer until some bloody corpse flashes before me for a split second. I had my volume down and didn't even realize that a loud noise played when it pops up, but the thing is, I was just as startled without the noise. This should be a lesson that something just subtly popping up is just as, if not more scary than some dude jumping in your face and shitting all over you. Honestly, there's not much more I can say. It's pretty much just the same thing happening for the rest of the game. You walk down hallways lined with locked doors, and sometimes there's blood and shit on the ground, and sometimes the layout changes, and sometimes it just went right through me. Finally, we pick up the key and go into this door, and oh looky, we're back in the room we started in. Yeah, I think I'm done. I think I'll just stay here, thanks. At the end of the game, you just run into another locked door, then a naked Shaquille O'Neal wielding a chainsaw comes in and kills you. That's pretty much it. Skinned Alive definitely has a lot of scares to it. It's got a lot of spooks, a lot of creeps, but it just ain't that creative. It's the rusty, bloody bunker aesthetic I've seen a million times in indie horror games. It just looks like the game that Jacksepticeye would play in a video you forgot about. Now, there were several things I really liked, though, and by several I mean like one, and it was the part where I look up and the thing disappears after a second. Not that the rest of the game is bad, because it's not, but that was really the only part that stood out to me. That being said, I mean, I guess this is a decent game to play, if only for its horror aspect. Let's take a break from all the blood, piss, and shit and go back to our roots, you know? Go back to what it really means to be a man. Alright, all jokes aside, the split second this game started, I threw my hook at the dock I just departed from, and then I was in fucking hell. This was so very obviously something I wasn't supposed to do, and after wandering around this dark grandma house, I hear police sirens and then get told the police found the bodies. Bodies? What fucking bodies are you talking about? I review video games on YouTube. I don't get any fucking bodies. The game throws me back into the lake, and this time, I still don't fish, and I dedicate my efforts to getting rid of wooden planks floating in the water. You know, it's not for everyone, but it's good and honest work. After a while of breaking wood with a fishing pole, I look behind me and see a little golden crucifix lying in the boat. You know, I remember seeing memes about some goth bitch wanting to get with a fisherman, so if that's true and that's what goth chicks are going for now, I'm gonna need this. What the fuck? I wake up in a crusty little hospital and start walking around. We got a lot of Silent Hill-isms going on tonight, don't we? Hello? I can't even fucking see anything. How am I supposed to? The lights are flickering and there's bloody writing all over the walls. Say hi to Laura. Oh my god, this really is Silent Hill. What the fuck? As I'm walking through this hospital, there's like this really weird visual effect going on with the lighting. The lights are flickering, I think, but the light isn't bright enough to actually cast any light, so it just looks like this weird pulsating effect plastered on all the walls, and it's really unsettling, if that makes any sense. A wheelchair and a grate? Oh my god, is that a Skinned Alive reference? Oh look guys, a corpse lying at the end of the hallway. I wonder what's gonna happen. I'm not scared, you bitch. Get back here so I can... Well, that's gotta be some sort of safety hazard. I guess I've got no other choice than to...
And on other news, a local fisherman claimed to be insane by witnesses stabbed his 2 daughters to death this morning. The 2 girls were found buried inside...
I'm sorry, what? The ending basically explains that we were playing as some fisherman that went fucking crazy and put a few girls on the walls of our home, then got taken to a mental asylum and...
You knew they wouldn't believe you if you told them I existed.
Here we sit in a dark room being talked to by Satan? The voices in our head? Elon Musk? I'm not really sure. The end. I mean... yeah. The only real negative I have about this game is that it's just way too short. I was really wanting more from this, and it seems more like a demo of a demo than a real game. We've had some pretty long entries in this series, and I feel like this could have been so much more. And the other endings don't count. I just don't like playing through the same game again just to get a different ending, especially if it's a horror game. I still think jump scares are cringe, but I enjoyed it. Mostly. Right off the bat, I feel like we're onto something good. This game takes place in a place called Redville in the humble year of 1976. We start off in a dark intersection with all sides closed off, the only sources of light being these light poles that eventually go dark in the distance, and my trusty dump truck. Well, I guess I'm a garbage man, so I walk around and start picking up garbage bags. Hey, remember that comment I made earlier in this video about all the games on this list being really repetitive and not paying off very well? All jokes aside, I'm actually pretty impressed with this game. It's got a fully functioning garbage truck that you can throw bags into, and when you flip this lever, it crushes them up. But not only that, you can drive the fucking truck and drive down the fucking road. I'm sure I've played games in these videos before that are also like really big, but this one feels so much more impressive. Driving down long, dark roads with this weird-ass country music playing and eventually stumbling across a small town, it's all really big and really cool. We eventually pass under a sign that says, "Welcome to Redville," which means one thing. It means we're in a town called Redville. I don't really know what you were expecting me to say. I spot some trash bags lying on the side of the road, so I pull my truck over and get to work. Redville looks like a quaint little town, a nice little conservative neighborhood. It looks like a town off of a Nickelodeon show or something, so I'm not really sure I could be afraid in a place like that. Damn. You know, I never really thought about how imperative garbage men are to our society until I played this game. If it wasn't for them, we'd have an entire society covered in trash. But they're clearly not as hardworking or important as OnlyFans workers, so they can go f themselves. At the end of every little section, there's a sign that lets me know how many bags are left in the area to get, so I pick up the last one, sling it into the back of the truck, and get on my way once again and find a bag laying under a twitching light, which is a little suspicious in this type of neighborhood. Bag here, trash can there, and what is that? Oh, it's ketchup. Haha, got me. The more I take out the trash, I start finding these weird little yellow envelopes on every light pole. They usually say really weird and ominous stuff, and I could tell you what they say, but I don't really care, so I'm not going to. As things go on, as you can imagine, things start getting weirder, like, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck me. Oh, fuck me. Oh. It took me a minute to see if that was even supposed to be something, but yeah, it's just a shadow demon, no biggie. But when I approach it, it's just that thing. The trash adventures continue, and eventually all the lights go out. So now I'm in hyper trash mode. I'm running to grab bags. I'm slinging shit into the back of my dump truck like a college student throwing away her newly born baby into a trash compactor, okay? And then when I go to throw these bags into the back, holy f***. Scares aside, that was really well done. After reaching this note, I hear glass shatter, and I'll be honest, I don't know what the f*** it even was. Alright, that's it. I need to leave, and I need to... have these always been here? I don't know if this was supposed to happen, but after this point I kept having to back my truck up for a second just to go forward. I couldn't just, you know, go forward. So I drive down this dark road, and behind me this giant red light starts coming up for no fucking reason. I'm not kidding when I say that this is genuinely one of the most terrifying things I've ever experienced in a game in this series. Yeah, there's a giant ominous red light behind you, and you will never know what it was. Never. My heart is racing. My diaper is full, so now I'm just trying to get the fuck out of here. And I start fucking flooring it down this road like I'm the insecure of my penis size owner of a shitty Mustang, until out of nowhere,
I think he's dead.
how the fuck am I gonna lift this one down? I have to justify this in some way. You know what? He was probably an alt-righter. Yeah, he was probably an alt-righter. Now people will praise me that I killed him. Now it's time to do your real job. Oh. Okay, I guess I'll just, I'll throw him back here, and now I just gotta get home. I just gotta get home, you know? Nothing happened tonight, I just gotta... Okay, so I'm kind of confused. Is the plot twist that me being a garbage man is a cover-up for what I actually do? But if that's the case, then it seems like what I actually do is really obvious. Why was this guy holding a letter? Is he in on it? Was he set up by the crematorium who's been writing all these letters? If I'm working for them, then why are they taunting me? Would it be better to justify my murder by labeling this guy as an Overwatch fan? All jokes aside, I really loved this game. I don't know if I was just in a good mood, because on the surface this game isn't really much. It's honestly just the same as a lot of what I've been covering. Do the same thing over and over again just to be rewarded with a jump scare that isn't really scary at all. I think it's the gameplay and the scale of this game, traversing this big old town instead of the exact same hallway over and over, or the same rusty basements I've been seeing since Markiplier first made his YouTube account. It's something familiar. The presentation is quite good and it's charming. I wouldn't say this game is all that scary. Like, yeah, I was tense walking through these dark roads, but who wouldn't be? But at the end of the day, regardless of whether this game was scary or even fun, I think it was just downright impressive. And at the end of the day, I think we truly did, in fact, clean up Redville.